Alright, day after Christmas, I got some RAM, 16 gig RAM for Christmas to put in my 2011 MacBook Pro. Got these off of Amazon. This is to work on Macs and iPhones and all that wonderful stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just got to take off the back plate off the back. I was wrong about the star screws. It looks like it's a regular screwdriver, which is this right here, and it is the number 2408. That's what you would use. I'm trying to get in good focus, but not really cooperating with me. Alright, I'll unscrew it and see what we got out. I put it on a towel so I could put the screws exactly where they came out of, because it looks like they have a lot of different screws. I'm going to take the back plate off and go from there. Looks like once the back plate's off, that's the back plate. That's the insides there, and there's the RAM. And from what I could tell, you gotta hit the two sides of the other side of the RAM there. We'll see how that works. I'm going to be able to do this with two hands, so next time you see it's going to be RAM. But if you ever changed RAM before, it's all basically the same. You push the insides, which are right here, out, and it pops up at the same time, both sides. So it's here, you'd push in, and here. Alright, and this is your hard drive, just in case any novice out there. This is your smart drive, or CD drive as they call it. It's your motherboard that the RAM's attached to, and this is your battery. Alright, both RAMs go right in there. Right now I believe I have 4 gigs. Let's see, it is 2 gigs each, so that's 4 gigs of RAM in this, and they all just stack on top of each other, sticker up. Alright, now I'm going to put the new RAM, which is going to be 16 gigs, which I heard mixed reviews. Some people say it'll work, some people say it won't, so we will see. Alright, the new RAM is in there. I'm going to button it up now, and the next time you see it, I'm going to have it booting up. It used to take a minute and a half to start up. It's 2011, and it's gotten sluggier and sluggier. Eventually I'm going to have to switch over to a solid state hard drive. I think that's what eventually is going to happen, but I want to see if RAM would definitely do it. I figured if I go to 16 gigs of RAM and a solid state hard drive, it'll be like a whole brand new machine, because those are the pieces that seem to bog down the computers the most. I mean, you know, you could upgrade motherboards and everything else, but not on a Mac. I would just buy a new one. Alright, so let's see where we go from here. Here's to show you that it does work. I got 16 gigs on my MacBook Pro. So that's to show you that it does work. I'm running Mavericks. It's 2.2 gigahertz Intel Core i7, and you can see 16 gigs of RAM. Running at 13333 megahertz DDR3. Alright, so it definitely does work. I didn't see anything on the boot up time, but I'm assuming that's because of the hard drive. Another thing I want to try, I'm going to try and boot it up with actually power hooked to it instead of the battery. So we'll see if that changes, because I know power supplies changes, so I'm going to try that. Power supply hooked to it, and it's the second boot. I did see a significant change. Before it was, I believe, a minute and 40 something seconds. We got a minute and 9 seconds. So it does help. I would assume the performance would actually get better once everything gets adjusted to it. And pretty cool. Next thing I said is a solid state drive, and I think it's going to be a whole new machine. You know, I've been playing around with this stuff and just see what's what. You know, see what can make this stuff faster. I know over time, you know, the lifespan of a hard drive is about 3 to 5 years. I know over time the hard drive, especially if you use it hardcore like I do, will wear out quite fast and make everything slower. So you know, that's something to keep in mind. I was recently talking to somebody that asked me about their MacBook. Actually, sorry, it's an iMac. And they said, oh, it's running so slow, you know, they were upset about Apple. And I'm like, well, how old's the computer? And she said, oh, about 5 years. And I'm like, it's a 5-year-old Mac. And I said, do you hear any clicking? And sure enough, she said she heard clicking. And that usually means the hard drive's going. And I had to do that on my iMac. And that really doesn't have to do with anything with Apple. It just has to do with the hard drive. So hard drive manufacturers, you know, they're running at higher speeds now and doing a lot more. And you know, that's the average lifespan for a hard drive, especially in a laptop. I would say 3 years, because you know, you're bumping this thing around, and you know, when you move it around when it's on, you know, liable to mess stuff up. I mean, they're running at such high RPMs, you know, that anything could go wrong. So that's why I can't wait to get a solid state drive myself. We don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty new to that. Solid state drives. Well, really, it's been in everything as far as iPhones, iPads, all these tablets coming out now. That's all solid-state drives. So I'm just curious to see how it works in a machine. Seeing videos on YouTube that say it works really well. So we will see. Again, 16 gigs, 2011 iMac. Got this off of Amazon for roughly $155. It was actually a Christmas gift. 16 gigs. I'll keep you posted and let you know how well it does. And then this was the set to work on, which you really don't need. You just need a tiny screwdriver. That was a waste of money on my part, but it does come with a lot of cool pieces just in case you work on iPhones and everything else like that. And that's really what I wanted it for, just in case I needed to do anything to my iPhone or fix things. So alright, okay, you guys, good luck with whatever you're working on, and hopefully make it work right, and or bring it back to normal. Later.